Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Also, this is the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. That's where you are. In any event, if you're looking for life, business, relationship coaching, hop on over to my other channel. But as for now, this is your AEW Dark Elevation review. Dark basically has become an overbooked show. Something like 13, 14, I think 16 uh, matches on here has been the top, and it gets longer every week. Anyhow, there is good stuff, but too many matches burn you out. And plus, with it being WrestleMania week, that doesn't help either. Dark Order 10 with -1 defeats Zach Clayton. 10 slides out of a body slam, locks on a full Nelson, and finishes him off in under 2 minutes. Miro with a 2 minute and 11-second run with Hayden Backlund, who apparently is distantly related to Bob Backlund. And can be proved with an internet Google search. Miro slams him way too hard, game over submission, and he gets a win. Ty Conti and AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida, there we go, with -1, defeated Kalina Perez and Layla Gray. Shida wins with a spinning knee to the head of Gray. It wasn't bad, but it didn't need to be 4 minutes. Still, it was better than anything WWE had put on in the tag matches that they had done. Conti and Shida basically beat down their opponents for the majority of the match, and that was the whole point. Hybrid 2, not a fan, defeated Carly, Bravo, and Dean Alexander nearly 4.5 minutes. This is unnecessary for this to go this long. Bravo and Alexander, apparently part of the Nightmare family that split off with the Cody Rhodes QT Marshall feud happening. This is led into the Factory, led by Marshall and Nightmare family, led by Cody Rhodes. Bravo and Alexander have not yet officially picked sides, and Helico gets a submission on Alexander with the Navarro Death Roll. Nothing to see here. Orange Cassidy with Best Friends and Chris Statlander defeated John Skyler in just under 4 minutes. Competitive, although short, and honestly, does a guy like Orange Cassidy, who's been in there with Jericho, really need squash matches at this point? Not really. Spinning DDT and a beach break gets a win for Cassidy. Sean Dean does a Rising Star profile, wherein he joins the Navy after 9/11, gets bookings until the pandemic, then he gets a little bit of work in AEW, gets fired for going with AEW, he's hired by Tony Khan. It's a nice profile, good story. If they actually do something with him, that would be even better. Takeshita, who I guess is from DDT, defeated Danny Limelight in 8:34. I like Limelight. I don't know that he needs 8.5 minutes. Takeshita is supposedly a star in DDT in Japan. DDT's never been my thing. I don't particularly care for comedy wrestling, and that's what they seem to be. Match is important enough. Excalibur comes out here because he's, well, willing to just about jump over himself to get anywhere near Japan, because I don't think he could spell Japan, but he'd sure like to have gone there. Anyway, a bunch of mat work here. Takeshita takes advantage, hits a leg lariat and a clothesline, and then a senton, gets a near fall. He nails a couple chops. Thumb to the eye by Limelight. Great American wrestling there. Limelight hits a neckbreaker, follows up with a slingshot senton for near fall. Takeshita comes back with a blue thunder bomb, running kick, and then a brainbuster, and gets another near fall. Too many moves, honestly. Pop up, sit out, power bomb, gets another near fall. So that's like 4 near falls in less than 8.5 minutes. Limelight comes back with a tornado DDT for a near fall of his own because we don't want him to feel left out. And Takeshita throws him off and hits a strong lariat, goes for German suplex, Limelight rolls through, countered into a wheelbarrow German for the win. Lots of people saying this was a great match. This was Japanese spot, and nothing of really major value. So, FTR with Tully Blanchard and Wardlow defeat Midas Black, what a name, and Jay Lyon in just under 4.5 minutes. Midas and Black basically there's a lion tamer comedy gimmick, which is just silly. Lion has a lion mask on. Dax Harwood knocks it off of him. Harwood and Wheeler basically beat down both of the enhancement talents, and Harwood gets caught with a knee, makes a tag. Midas comes in and gets dropped with a brainbuster. Spike piledriver on Black and results in Wheeler getting a pin. FTR 16-1 in AEW, and yet they're nowhere near the tag team championships, which, well, that makes sense with this abysmal booking. Anyway, Pac and Phoenix defeat Andre Montoya and Barry Morales about 5.25 minutes. If this is supposed to be a preview for the Bucks and Pac and Phoenix, then, well, I don't want to see that match either. A bunch of super kicks on their opponents. Pac and Phoenix make fun of the Young Bucks. That was the highlight of the match. Phoenix nails Morales and get the win after a frog splash. Dante Martin of Top Flight defeats Baron Black. Don't know why he's here every week. I don't see anything in him week by week. Black is a guy who's in the midst of the Nightmare Family Factory feud. Black has not won a match yet, and he's 0-7, which, well, that makes a lot of sense. Let's hire a guy and let him lose all the time. Anyway, he tries a German suplex. Martin from the top doesn't get anywhere. Martin flips through it, lands on his feet. Martin nails a super kick and a 450 splash for the win. Why this needed to go 3 3/4 minutes, I have no idea. Martin is 6-3 in singles competition, and there are guys with more talent of actually selling matches that get less shine. Do not understand. Anyway, Britt Baker, one of the best talents in AEW, male or female, defeats. By the way, she's with Rebel. Defeats Sky Blue. What a name! In just under 4.5 minutes. Blue does a Matrix move, avoids contact with Baker. Baker kicks her arm, hits a neck breaker on the floor. Baker is distracted. Rebel chokes Blue while Baker distracts her and chokes her with a crutch. Baker wins with a air raid crash and finishes her off with a curve stomp. Tony interviews her, and she is on a quest to become the number one contender. Since she's the best woman in AEW, I think she should be the champion. QT Marshall and Nick Calamaro with Aaron Solo defeats Andrew Palace and Cole Carter. 3.5 minutes. Tag match debut of Palace and Carter. Do we notice that everybody gets a chance here? I think if I moved to Florida, I could get on their program. Anyway, Calamaro is from Dark in the beginning of the year. He teams with Marshall. He's kind of lost behind right now. He does hit a slingshot elbow onto Palace. Carter comes in, takes a neck breaker for his trouble. Fresh slam into a power bomb, and Marshall gets the tag, hits a diamond cutter for the win. This match didn't need to happen. Mike Seidel defeated Nakazawa. Nakazawa is employed because he's friends with Kenny Omega, not because he actually has any real value. Apparently, he's got initials MT, so he's now MT Nakazawa and gets 5 minutes on my TV. Um, and then there's a point where Seidel gets grabbed by the nipple. Um, this match is useless comedy that isn't even funny. Um, Nakazawa tries to hit Seidel with his laptop. Seidel avoids it, rolls him up with pinfall. And then he hits him with the laptop after the match. Anyway, waste of time, waste of energy. Anyway, so Layla Hirsch defeats Shayna at 4:37. Hirsch is amazing. Shayna is great. Hirsch wins with a cross arm breaker. Match does suffer from being sandwiched around horrible matches. Let's see. So Alex Marvez is there. He's interviewing Takeshita. Omega and Nakazawa chases him away. Omega takes over. It welcomes Takeshita. Um, Tries to cash in on a favor from their DDT days. And tries to get him to team with Nakazawa against the Seidels. Omega makes this match for next week's Elevation. Why is Omega making matches? Shouldn't there be, I don't know, a championship committee for this? And then apparently it gets changed sometime later to a six-man. Omega will tag with Nakazawa and Takeshita against Seidels and Limelight. Why, we don't know. Anyway, so speaking of matches that go too long, Penta with Phoenix and Pac defeats Brandon Cutler 6:45. I know there's people that like the Lucha Brothers. I am not one of those people. It shouldn't take 6 minutes for a guy like Penta, who's challenging for the tag team championships, to defeat a guy like Brandon Cutler, who might have won 2 matches out of, like, say, 35. And apparently, these people are supposed to be worthy of challenging for the tag team championships tomorrow. Penta wins with a package pile driver, and Cutler gets made fun of after the match. The Young Bucks don't make save for their friend because apparently now they're heels, even though they're still going to hit all their spots like their baby faces who work in front of 400 people in California. Anyway, Thunder Rosa defeated Diamante. Thunder Rosa does give Diamante a good bit. Thunder Rosa is the second best woman in AEW and a really talented young lady. Match goes on right after we cross the 2-hour mark. Diamante goes for the code red. Rosa counters it with an Alabama slam and hits a fire thunder driver for the win. Decent match, but unfortunately, with so many matches that didn't need to be on the show, it gets lost in the shuffle. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page defeats Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. And now we have Sonny Kiss, who's really talented, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, who are really talented, and a parking attendant who looks like he ate a keg in Joey Janela, and they go 9 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't understand a lot of what they're doing here. Kiss gets a hot tag, and Janela takes the majority of punishment. Hopefully someday when they do cuts in this company, Janela will be one of the first to go. He works over Sky, and then there's an Enziguri and a handspring elbow on Page. Kiss gets a near fall on Page, and then Janela hits a stereo plancha on the floor. DDT on Janela for near fall. Page gets a tag and goes for the Ego's Edge. Janela slips out and hits a moonsault. Why a guy that big can do a moonsault, I have no idea. Janela and Kiss hit an inverted DDT split leg combo on Page for near fall. Kiss nails a kick from Scorpio Sky, and then Page hits Kiss with the Ego's Edge for the win. Not a bad match, but there's no need for the show to go this long. And why bring a guy in from a place like Impact if you're just going to throw him on a throwaway show? Ethan Page has so much more talent than this and isn't being given a chance to show it. Best friend in your final match of the night. I refuse to call it a main event. With Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander defeat Ryan Nemeth and Cesar Bononi. Cesar Bononi does not need to be in any match that goes over 7 minutes, but here he is. Chuck Taylor gets a near fall after Soul Food. but he basically puts an arrogant cover out. Best friends hit strong zero on Nemeth for the win. Nemeth has so much more talent than Chuck Taylor, it's not even funny. This is probably the worst AEW show I've seen because it just proves that we're giving everyone opportunities, which means actually we're giving no one opportunities. In any event, covered it in 15 minutes, so you didn't have to watch almost 2.5. We'll be back with the Raw review and maybe some WCW Saturday night, depending on my schedule. Till next time, everybody.